But one of the really powerful features of InfoWallet is the ability to not only track that per each item, but over time with all of the items mixed in together. And that's done on what we call a timeline. And so you click on the timeline button, and it will take all of the doctors and all or some of the doctors and all or some of the medicines, and actually plot them on a timeline. So you can see a graphical history of your life. You can also have it not be graphical and just show it here as a table. You can do it either way. If you have the graphical timeline box checked, when you click the update timeline, then you will get both the listing here as well as the graphical timeline. And you can resize this window. When you have a lot of items on the timeline, you can adjust the sliders to adjust the scale. And with items that are like doctor's visits or particular items in time, then you can see here that these where on the calendar where they happened. Things like medications, you'll have a start and a stop date, and then you can actually see that this medication started here and it ended here, what the medication was and what the dosage was. And so the same thing for other things. So now what you have is sort of graphical view of your life for all of doctors, all of medications, or you can specify just the ones that you want. If you have a list of doctors here, you can click on one to deselect it or to select it. You can say, I don't want to plot doctors at all. I just want to click this, and then it won't plot any of the doctors at all, and you simply update the timeline, and it will update the timeline without that information. So there's lots of choices here, and you can specify all the doctors, or if you had a listing of them, you could just click on the ones that you wanted and just show those. The other thing you do is you can restrict dates. So you can say, I only want to, maybe you had an accident or something else, you only want to look over a particular period of time. So you want to restrict the search to a particular time. So a start time and an end time for that. And then when you click the update timeline, it will then show you only the events that occurred within that time frame. So all of these are really associated with medical information, doctors, medicines, and medical history, and the timeline puts all of those things on a graphical timeline or a text timeline.